Hey there folks, Luke here with the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you are all doing well. Today for this episode, we have a review of the OLight S1 Baton Flashlight. Go ahead and get comfortable. Let's take a look at it now. So right here in front of you is the OLight S1 Baton in its packaging. As you can see here, that's a very small form factor flashlight. OLight S1 Baton, 500 max lumens. Go ahead and open this up. Instruction manual. Flashlight. It does come with a lanyard. Now, as you can see right here, this is the cardboard internal packaging. And if you purchase this flashlight, the flashlight will be attached to that cardboard. And it is attached by this rubber band. Actually, there's two of them. One's missing. I actually broke it. These are not rubber bands. These are additional O-rings for your flashlight to help protect it, keep it waterproof, and so on. They don't tell you that these are the O-rings and that you need to be careful about removing the flashlight. So I actually broke one of them, and this one is severely stretched out. I wish they would have stated on the packaging here to be careful that these are useful, because I just opened it up and yanked it out, ended up breaking one and stretching the other, so this is now useless. So right off the bat, that's not a very impressive start. But don't worry, the flashlight speaks for itself. So just to go over that one more time, you have the packaging, two additional O-rings. Be careful with the removal of your flashlight or you might break them, you might stretch them out. Instructions, lanyard. Lastly, you do receive the pocket clip. Very sturdy, hard to get on and off just the way I like it. You can reverse it, you can run it any way you want to, so you can carry it on your pants, you can put it on your hat, it's whatever you want. This is the flashlight itself. Here's the on-off switch, also the mode selector switch. Here at the bottom, this is where you access the battery compartment. Also, there's a magnet in there, which I will show to you in just a minute. This runs on one CR123A battery or one RCR123A battery. Now you can see the spring in there. You can remove that with a pair of needle nose pliers if you want to. You can see the magnet behind it. Now when it comes to the material, this is aluminum. When it comes to the LED, this is a Cree XM-L2 CW. 500 max lumens. It can throw the beam 110 meters at that 500 lumens. It is rated for IPX8 and is impact resistant to 1.8 meters. Now when it comes to modes, we will start with moonlight mode. There are 4 modes in total. To access moonlight mode, you simply hold down the on-off button. When the flashlight is off, there you go. That is 0.5 lumens. And on one CR123A battery, this will run for roughly 25 days. It will last for bloody ever. You can cycle through the different modes by holding down the selector switch. So that is low mode right there, and that is 8 lumens. And that will run for 40 hours. Going up, that is medium, and that is 80 lumens. And that will run for roughly 6 hours. That is 500 lumens. And that will run for roughly 90 minutes. When it comes to weight, you're looking at 1.7 ounces with the battery. So it is very, very lightweight. You could definitely have this in your pocket and you really don't notice it. It's not very bulky, it's not very heavy. Very good quality pocket clip. I mean, it stays there. It doesn't go anywhere. The S1 Baton has been in testing for many, many months now, especially while I've been taking a break from reviewing flashlights. I've decided to bring back this series of flashlight reviews because you guys have asked for it. I appreciate the feedback, everybody. But yeah, you know, over the course of many months, I have decided that I really like this flashlight. I really like the form factor. I really do. I also like the looks of this flashlight. I like the blue. I like the blue here on the switch. Now, it does have a few oddities to it. You might be able to see right here, it has a little battery diagram. Here's the LED, this is the tail, and it tells you here that the positive end of the battery goes this direction, towards the tail cap. That is unusual. with most flashlights, the positive end goes towards the actual LED. So yeah, that's a little strange. Now, one thing that I really didn't like was the way that this was packaged, with the flashlight being attached to those additional O-rings, because like I said, I broke one and I stretched the other one out really, really good. So yeah, that's a small gripe, but it is a gripe though. Another feature which I really like is the magnet in the end cap. Let me show you something. So with this magnet, check that out. That really makes this a useful utility light. So you could be working on your car, you could stick it up on the hood, you could be working out in the shed. I mean, whatever you want to do, that is pretty nifty. Now that is a feature that you will not use very often, but when the situation arises, you will be glad that it's there, I promise you. When it comes to safety and security, it has a number of different systems built in. It has polarity protection. Also, it does a good job of regulating and managing heat. So if it detects that it's getting too hot, it will switch down to a lower mode. On turbo mode, after 1 minute, it will drop down to protect it from overheating. Now this is high mode. After 60 minutes of running on high mode, this flashlight will shut itself off. I'm not sure if I really like that, but it is a feature that's built into this flashlight. I mean, it's pretty simple just to turn it back on. I would prefer to have full control over the flashlight myself, but yeah, it's just something to take note of. All right, guys, let's take a look at some nighttime performance with this little flashlight. It's so small, but gosh, it really does perform well. Very bright, as you will see right now. The first mode is moonlight mode, which the camera can just barely pick up. But as you can see there, it really is quite a bit of light. That is low right there, and that is 8 lumens. That is medium, and that is 80 lumens. That is quite a bit brighter. Let's go up to high now. That is 500 lumens. Very, very bright. Very impressive. Now, as you guys can see here, this little flashlight really does perform well. I mean, guys, look at how small that thing is for how much light it is putting off. I mean, that really is impressive. It's just so small. Now, it does release a lot of heat at the full 500 lumens. That's why it will switch modes fairly quickly. The stepping is really good between the different modes, as you can see there. Now this little flashlight does have a strobe mode, and you need to triple click the switch. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Seizure mode engaged. It's not the cheapest flashlight in the entire world, but it's also not the most expensive. So, you know, I think if you're looking for a very small flashlight, something like this, that performs really well, this is a great flashlight to consider. In general, for how many lumens this flashlight has, running a CR123A battery, this really does work well. I've been enjoying using this flashlight. This is one that I carry with me often, especially when I'm out for like a night run, when I don't usually typically use a flashlight, but it's nice to have one just in case you hear somebody else on the trail or you hear something bumping around into the woods. I mean, I could run with this in my pocket and not even notice that it's there. Also, I like to carry this in my miscellaneous kit. Usually when I'm out backpacking, I like to have a headlamp, but this is a really nice backup. I mean, it's so lightweight that you can stick it in your mouth and do what you gotta do. So you can take care of your tent, you can do whatever you have to, and I like that. Now with the on-off switch, I've had no issues with it accidentally turning on while inside of my miscellaneous kit or my backpack or even my pocket. It's soft, but yet it takes quite a bit of pressure to turn it on, so no issues there. All in all, my friends, this is a good little light. Now, when it comes to cost, you're looking at $50 from Amazon or from the OLight website. You will find links to both of those locations in the description box below. For everything involving the outdoors, stay here with the Outdoor Gear Review. Strength and honor.